G'day and welcome to the upper bracket finals in the Chinese region for TI11 regional qualifiers. And we have two teams here today who have blistered through the upper bracket. XtremeGaming and RNG. And the players on these teams have just been blowing us away so far with how they've been playing. PYW, particularly for XtremeGaming, and already RNG are having none of it. RNG are having none of it. They immediately banned the Earth Spirit. First phase, first ban Earth Spirit. They say, we've learnt from the other teams. We're not going to let the Earth Spirit through. We respect the PYW Earth Spirit. It is too damn good. We're going to ban it out. Part of me is a little disappointed. It's a little disappointed. I was hoping to see maybe the PYW Earth Spirit at some point in this series, but I get the feeling that RNG might just first phase that Earth Spirit every single time. Enigma taken out by RNG as well. And in return, Xtreme, the Death Prophet, and the Undying. So fairly standard bans. Apart from the Earth Spirit, that does leave a lot of heroes open. The Chen is uncontested. Enchantress is still available. Speak of the devil. There's the Chen. So Chen obviously let through from Xtreme since they didn't have the first pick. Radiant team pick. Marcy. Lone Druid. So XtremeGaming in previous series have had the Lone Druid banned out against them and haven't really had the opportunity to play it. So since that Earth Spirit is banned, and here comes, this is what happens when you force a team to ban a particular hero. It just opens up the draft, and all of a sudden you see the other heroes that Xtreme have had in the back pocket. So I sort of feel like RNG are just a little bit behind the 8 ball already in this draft, just being forced to ban that Earth Spirit. And Marcy, plenty of map pressure and burst damage, and between them and the Lone Druid, the idea with the Marcy is you can probably burn through someone even with the Chen heals coming out. If you get them thrown back, get the Unleash going, it's going to take a lot of healing to keep them alive. I've seen a Marcy just burn through BKB'd heroes, Just someone pops a BKB, runs in, and Marcy just goes to work and says, BKB has no power here. So we'll have to see if this is a core Marcy or a 4. Generally it's been as a 4, but I think more and more later in these qualifiers it's being picked up as a 3. So it's quite possible that Xtreme have first picked 2 of their cores here. We'll have to wait to see where the rest of their draft goes. Second phase bans. Shadow Fiend and Bat Rider so far. Tidehunter was picked up by RNG with the Chen, so that sort of signals to me very aura-centric push lineup here. You've got Chen looking to sustain. You got a Tidehunter who can, when Ravage is down, just sort of sit on a lane and hold a tower for a little bit longer. But if they do want to push, they can go bring the Tide, bring the Chen, and it's pretty hard to fight into a team that has 600 burst heal plus a Tidehunter who's on the front line who doesn't really die that easily and threatening a Ravage. Particularly early game before BKBs are coming out. That's pretty scary. And there's a world here where Tide actually goes for the Wraith Pact and Chen goes for the mech. And so they actually have a timing really, really quickly. Normally it's the Chen that would pick up the mech and then the Vlads and Wraith Pact afterwards. But they may just want to split the duties on that and to have an even faster timing. It would depend on what the rest of their draft is. If they were doing that, I'd say they're going for ultra fast push lineup. Otherwise, probably get some other items in the Tidehunter, maybe a hood, make him a little bit tankier, and then work towards that Blink Dagger. So Bat being taken out. Strong Lockdown being removed from this game. Troll Warlord removed as well. Troll pretty good against the Bear. If you can lock on to the Spirit Bear, then it's not really going to survive very long there. The Bear sort of relies on being the biggest, baddest, quote-unquote, hero on the map. So if there's a troll that can just stand and go toe to toe with the Spirit Bear, then it's not very good for the Lone Druid.
Radiant team back.
Doom and TA, final 2 bans for the second phase for RNG. The Doom, very good at sort of eliminating one hero from the fight until the Aghanim Scepter comes online, I guess, where you can get that AoE Doom around the Doom themselves with self-cast. But TA being picked mainly as a safe laner.
5
And
seconds remaining.
pretty survivable with the refraction charges, so don't want to have to be able to burn through refraction charges. Think about Ravage, Ravage, Gush, Anchor Smash, all single damage instances, and Chen, not really a damaging hero. So, you know, if a TA pick was to come out here in the second phase, first 2 heroes of RNG really have nothing to offer against it. So, good ban there.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
It will ban the Ursa and then pick up the Lina. So, Lina mid, Lone Druid safe lane, unless we're flashing back to TI3 and having Lone Druid on the off lane.
Seconds
So no mucking around with this mid pick. They want to get it nice and early.
5 seconds remaining.
Not concerned about showing their hand. Paparazzi very comfortable on the Lina. And Lina is, you know, one of the strongest mid laners in terms of just the laning capacity and harass. And it's the hero that you see kick other mid laners out of lane, you know, 9 times out of 10. Rarely does a Lina have to forfeit or give ground on a mid lane, particularly once she hits about level 3. Level 4 is the sweet spot.
Dire team pick.
With the Tiny coming out from RNG, I'm thinking this is going to be in the 4 position. Although, with the high base damage that Tiny has and high HP pool, it could be a mid, but scratch that thinking. Zeus will be the mid laner and Omni Knight comes out. So, in terms of physical damage, there's a bit, but mostly magical, I would say, at this point from the draft. So the Guardian Angel isn't going to have, you know, insane value. Now, we've seen Omni Knights in games where it's, you know, a Razor, Marcy, you know, TA, some sort of lineup like that, and they literally only have physical damage. Venge, I think I saw a lineup as well, had Venge in, and the Omni Knight just completely just won the game by themselves. But not so much here. More going to be the value you want to get out of the Heavenly Grace, just to keep your hero on the front line. And Heavenly Grace Spirit Bear, that sounds pretty scary. So I think that's what Xtreme are going for at the moment. Bloodseeker banned out. When you see the Bloodseeker ban, you know, possibly it's a Pango or a Timber coming up. Now at this point, we're probably thinking Marcy is the 4, but the Bloodseeker could be for the ban on the bear, done with the Spirit Bear getting ruptured. So could be for that as well. PA and the Pango is banned by RNG. Once they see that Bloodseeker ban come out, they immediately ban the Pango. Maybe Xtreme should have waited for the last ban to get rid of the Bloodseeker. Showed their hand a little bit early with what perhaps they wanted. But PA being removed, the Fan of Blades is really the issue on PA at the moment. Can just remove a lot of passives, you know, Gravekeeper's Cloak, any, you know, Bristleback, really makes tanky heroes not be tanky. Morphling last pick from RNG, so nice and survivable, good mobility, will farm quickly, will take advantage of the space given, and then can push really quickly when needed. Okay, so it's a Primal Beast last pick. And yeah, we'll be the Primal Beast 3, Old 11 will be picking that one up, DY and PYW. Sports on Omni Knight and Marcy. Paparazzi mid Lina. For the side of RNG, Ghost will have the 1 Morphling. Zeus on the mid. Somnus on the mid Zeus. Kaka will have the 4 Tiny. Chalice will be the 3 Tide Hunter. And X-Nova will be the 5 Chen. So, quick little interaction didn't get to really talk about there. With the Chen and the Morphling, you know, Morphling really excels when he doesn't get bursted. So if he gets even a half a second or a second to get the strength morph off and turn around an engagement, just getting into strength and surviving through the initial burst, that can just win a fight straight off the bat. So with the Chen, if this Morphling does sort of get jumped, Primal Beast Blink or Paparazzi LSA, PYW Rebound, and doesn't get that opportunity to get the strength morph off first, this Chen is just going to provide that additional little bit of help that this Ghost Morphling needs to get the strength morph off. Might make the difference between winning and losing a fight. So here we go. Going into game 1, upper bracket finals. Who will come out on top? Let's quickly do our predictions. Okay, so both teams smoking out, trying to get down that early vision. Bear will break the smoke. Actually, Omnis' smoke doesn't break, but the Bears does. Of course, Smoker's Deceit doesn't get broken by non-hero units, so they will know that someone was there because smoke broke, but not sure Somnus will know himself because it is nighttime vision. So initial wood planted down, likely to get de-wooded, and wood up on this high ground as well. Could get de-wood as well. These are two fairly common wood spots. The side of Xtreme. Wood up on this little cliff here. Wow. Getting vision over the rotations and the rune spot, and double woods here as well. So there's a good chance some of these woods will get de-wooded early on. Any early rune contest. Kaka's here, but PYW will scare him away. And 2 runes apiece. Yeah, 2 runes apiece. So as we head into the lanes, mid lane will be Paparazzi on the Lina, laning up against Somnus on Zeus for RNG. In the safe lane for XtremeGaming, Lao on the Spirit. On the Lone Druid with the Spirit Bear. PYW is around at the moment, but we might have a lane switch, not sure. Xnova with Chalice will be in the bottom lane with Chen and Tide. And in the top lane, DY will be supporting Old 11 on the Primal Beast. And Ghost will be here for RNG on the 1 Morphling, supported by Kaka on the Tiny. So a little bit of a lane switch, I think, in terms of support. So Kako coming top as the Tiny and Chen going bottom. Just a slight little change up, hopefully to get a better matchup against potentially the Lone Druid. The PYW did make that switch as well, so possibly what they wanted, PYW against the Chen. Very tanky offlane here between DY and Old 11. Remember, Purity level 1, so not actually going to have the heal or the Heavenly Grace to start off with. Dante Garland, welcome to the stream. You're having a wonderful day. Mid lane, Lina should lane very well against a Zeus. Somnus just getting bullied back underneath the tower. Luckily, he does have the Arc Lightning, but it doesn't last forever. As a Zeus, you want to be able to get a certain amount of last hits, you know, just with the right clicks. And then get the ones with the Arc Lightning that you possibly can't get. But with Lina standing on that high ground, it's going to be tough. Remember Purity. Level 2 now on DY. He wants to get the Heavenly Grace so he can harass a little bit better and sustain in the lane. Wooderins have spawned in the middle. Bottle for Somnus as well as for Paparazzi. So even though the Zeus is having a bit of a slower start, quite a bit over half the last hits of Paparazzi, will get that bottle and have enough sustain to keep farming up with that Arc Lightning procs. Over in the jungle, PYW and Xnova are having a bit of a brawl, and not really a brawl you want to take as a strength hero early on. X-Nova with the additional creep. Got the Harpy. Chain Lightning coming out. Actually jumps in with the Dispose. Tosses him back after the rebound. And Spirit Bear, is there a root? Is there a root? Might get denied by the creeps. He does get the first blood. So Lau getting the first blood on the lone druid. And almost a deny. He was eye-tailing it over that small camp. Iwa and Kaka both running for the rune. Is there an avalanche? There is. He'll try and get there first. Oh, he overtakes him. The tortoise in the hair. Kaka got there. DY says, well, that was a bit of a waste of a run. Did force out some mana from the Tiny, so not completely useless. Heading into this game, we'd say that RNG and Xtreme have performed both pretty well, but at the start of the tournament, RNG would probably be favored to take the qualifier overall. But Xtreme have been very dominant in their game, so probably not so much anymore. And this is a fairly even matchup, I'd be saying, coming into this at the moment. 21-7 to the 17-3 of Somnus. Paparazzi still at the advantage, but not terribly, really. Somnus playing this really well, and actually might start getting onto Paparazzi. He's gonna get the top rune. Ghost not under a lot of threat in this top lane with the 2 levels in attribute shift now. Saying that though, you're not really going to stop Old 11 from farming either. Old 11 with the 1 in Uproar. We'll pop it here. Yeah, there it is. Got the bonus damage with the trample. Slowing down. Kaka will throw out the avalanche and it's 3 Uproar stacks. Oh, you still don't want to walk in. He did get 1 click off with the Uproar. Bottom lane. Chen goes down again. Yeah, simple combo with the PYW rebound and Spirit Bear just following up. Chalice can't really do a lot to protect his Chen on this lane. If they have mana and health... Gee, top lane, they're diving in. And underneath the... Tiny goes down. So, Morphling still relatively safe up here. Not going to really struggle too much, but the supports, on the other hand, that might be a different situation. You want to root for the underdog? We'll probably root for Xtreme. I'd be saying if you're rooting for the underdog. Root on the bottom lane. Can they get a second root? It's the resummon on the bear. The double root. There it is. The old trick. The old trick. Resummon the bear. Level them up. Or not. Yeah. And you get that chance to get the double proc on the root. So the Tidehunter actually dying in that bottom lane. Certainly not what he would have expected. DY is sort of just hanging around mid trying to protect Paparazzi, waiting for a rotation. Top lane, Old 11. Yeah. Being on top of Ghost, but it will just attribute shift away and we'll be fine. Oh, last little bit of damage catches the Marcy. This time Chen doesn't go down because Chen is elsewhere on the map. He's gone to the jungle, Kaka. Possibly going to be an LSA coming out here. There's Laguna available, but DY is the one who's being caught. Laguna onto Somnus. He'll just jump away. Because, you know, Zeus with mobility. Why not?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Laguna used a rebound in. Dispose with the LSA. I think they're going to have it here onto Somnus. So he did just hang around a little bit too long underneath the mid-tier 1 at nighttime, of course it is. So during daytime, he probably would have scouted that out and got back away. But nighttime vision is that little bit shorter. And when you have a Marcy comes jumping out of fog, it's pretty scary. Top lane, Ghost is still being forced to waveform back. So now with these 3 levels in trample, Old 11 probably can't kill the Morphling, but can certainly make it a little bit harder for him to farm. Well, make sure you get that one. Yeah, it's important you get the flag bearer creep. That's the CS you don't want to miss. So the bear has phase boots. Moving into Mask of Madness, it looks like. Wow, just with the attributes, all the GG branches. Top lane again, Ghost. Being trampled all over. He will just walk it off, but every time he walks up to the lane, Old 11 just gives him some Dino Fury and sends him packing. Kaka TPing bottom. Chalice is in trouble. Zeus ulti comes out. Will get the kill over onto PYW. The bear is getting low. Heavenly Grace comes out, tries to keep it alive, and a Purification. Is there a resummon? Yes, there is, but might not want to use it just at the moment in case he dies. He will chuck it out now, seeing that he is fairly safe underneath the tower. The 2 levels in the Spirit Link at the moment. Now, once you start to get that Spirit Link up and running, if the bear is hitting, it's very hard for the Lone Druid to die when in that ulti form. It's normally a pretty big bait. Middle lane, Paparazzi does spot out Kaka with the LSA. BYW jumps in with the rebound, throwback dispose, and the Fiery Soul right clicks will be enough. So XtremeGaming looking quite good in this early game. I think we switch over to our net worth. We'll see that the Lone Druid and the Lina having very good start. Even this Primal Beast in the off lane has more farm than the Morphling. Morphling sitting at the bottom of the net worth charts, 2.7k. Only 1,000 above the Chen. So Ghost can't feel too very good about that. Just get a little pull for himself there, since the lane has been a long way back. Old 11 says, I'm coming to trample you again. You're going to use that waveform, but you're going to take a lot of damage. Ghost will be forced to throw out the strength, adaptive strike, and Old 11 will keep controlling this lane. Looking at like a good game for this offlane Primal Beast. Pretty scary when a Primal Beast gets a good start. He does transition well, and the damage will amplify as the game goes on. True Form available once again for Lone Druid, so pretty survivable on this bottom lane. Chalice moving to get a little bit of survivability here. Hasn't queued anything up. Might have something coming out in the courier, actually. Yeah, just the Blades of Attack at the moment. Finish up those phase boots. So a little bit more of an aggressive build. Wants the phase boots, not mana. Sometimes you see the mana boots over on the Tidehunter. Wants to sort of be able to spam out the abilities to farm, but this time wants a little bit more damage. Try and deal with this bear. Threaten the bear so it can't just harass him so easily. DY. Throws out the Hammer of Purity, get the last hit. X-Nova's in the area as well, but not really under a lot of threat. The kill heroes aren't here for the side of RNG. If Tiny's in the area, maybe Zeus, then there's a lot of damage coming out. But just between the Chen and the Tidehunter, it's gonna be hard. Oh, denying the regen rune there. X-Nova with the Alpha Wolf. Cheeky little play. Well done to him. And Ghost, he's trying to get anything on this top lane, but keeps getting denied. Old 11. Bottom. Will there be another route? TP's coming out from the Marcy. Rebound will be there from the Lone Druid. Dispose. Toss him back. Once he starts trying to walk away, and with the Purification, oh, there's a Centaur Conqueror. Chen sent down the reinforcements. Top lane though, there's a 2-man smoke. Old 11, he could be in trouble. Somnus is here. Onslaught is available. Will charge away. Trample through the trees. Slow him down with the uproar. Avalanche to toss him back in, but the heals are here from DY. Plus the Heavenly Grace, and that 3-man rotation just didn't get the job done. Meanwhile, in the middle, Paparazzi stepped up maybe a little too far, but maybe it's X-Nova who stepped up too far. With Laguna and the Unleash, the creep army is going to go down as well, and the tier 1 tower will fall. XtremeGaming makes some nice movements around the map. At the moment, it sort of looks like DY with these early TPs are just saving people around, and 3 levels in Purification might actually be catching out the side of RNG a little bit. Normally it's the maxed out Heavenly Grace, but 3 levels in Purification. Bottom lane, Old 11, he's here set up. Has the Pulverize, 4 levels in Trample. Gonna come down, there's a 2-man smoke. Will they arrive in time? Coming through the jungle, Paparazzi. Fiery Souls will start to run out. I got the 1 infused raindrop left, but they'll still give the regen. Old 11 comes through, initiating onto Chalice. Trample is really good against the Tidehunter. He can't dispel off the damage. Kaka get caught on the side with the LSA and the rebound. Right clicks coming out. Kaka will go down. Pulverize coming out. Morphling. PYW chucks Chalice back in. Somnus has arrived with the damage, leaping forward. Thunder God's Wrath catches PYW in the trees. Old 11's wondering about still going back in here. He has another set of spells, and onto Zeus he goes with the trample. LSA doesn't catch, but the Dragon Slave will. Chalice is now over onto Paparazzi, but he's got the wand, and Chalice is now in trouble. Purification damage comes out along with the Laguna, and it's just a little too much as a hasted DY here has arrived just in time. And once again, the engagement going the way of XtremeGaming on this bottom lane. Lau is still farming up top with the Mask of Madness, heading into the Desolator. Oh, these towers. These towers are going to melt. We're starting to see why Lone Druid has been banned out against XtremeGaming. You know, yeah, there's no PYW Earth Spirit this game. You got rid of that. Congratulations, but you left the Lone Druid in. Still no Ravage being used. Hood of Defiance is up on Chalice. He's very tanky with the 4 levels in Kraken Shell and Anchor Smash. Hood of Defiance on top. It would take a lot of damage to bring him down, but they've sort of got the damage to deal with him. Between the Primal Beast and the Lone Druid Bear, both heroes, you know, not too affected by what's going on. The trample damage is going to keep coming out. T1 tower will fall. Last hit going over to X-Nova. Yoink. Support tax. Lau's got the shovel. No neutral item on the bear here. There's a support being greedy, which I fully support. I think support should get tier 1 neutral items when they're a Lone Druid in the game. Okay. And the Lone Druid grabs a neutral item for themselves and a neutral item for the bear, and you're sitting there as the pos 5 going, but I just want some stats. Just want some stats, so. The bear will have to wait until tier 2s come out to get a little juicy neutral item themselves, and actually go straight into the Rosh Pit early. I guess with the 4 levels in the Spirit Link, Lau can just tank it up. Look at the heals coming out from the Spirit Bear. It's like he's not even taking damage. UI's here too. And I don't think there's going to be any movement from RNG fast enough with this 4k net worth lead and the early Desolator and Mask of Madness on Lau. It just dies a little too quickly. It's a BKB on Paparazzi as well. XtremeGaming are really coming out of the blocks here fast in this game 1 against RNG. Now, we know RNG won't panic. They're a very good team. The very experienced players, you know, maybe Chalice, Kaka, X-Nova. These guys have all been in big games before, so there'll be a level of calm in their boots at the moment. Even though the early game hasn't really gone to plan, Morphling is struggling, as well as the Zeus. They do want to just keep things level-headed here. Zeus is showing. There's a Primal Beast. There's a rotation coming behind. Ravage is up. Kaka's here with the level 7. Somnus has sort of scared them back. Where's the fight going to kick off? Here's Old 11. He's going on to the Chen. Can they get rid of this pesky healer first? BYW's here as well with the Dispose back. All the healed comes out, but won't be enough. Kill the Chen first. Now all the heals are down. There's no Hand of God for 140 seconds. Mech will be available again in 30 when he pretty much after he respawns, but it's hard to take this fight now. Old 11, he's straight on through. They'll scout out Chalice. Paparazzi taking a lightning bolt to the face. Somnus trying to protect their offlaner, but Paparazzi's just hitting through at the right clicks. BKB is popped. Chalice, your Ravage, you haven't managed to get one back, but the Zoot jumped in. I can't see who's being grabbed because the bug's on Old 11. And, I mean, they're just going to go high ground? I think they're getting good damage. Ravage is still not be used once this game. And certainly before TI had the bug on the Primal Beast Pulverize certainly has to be resolved. You know, when he grabs them and the hero just sort of disappears, and sometimes is even just removed from that location and transported to another location. You know, I know the meme is it's a feature, not a bug, but I think certainly in this case it is a bug. There's something seriously wrong with Pulverize at the moment, and certainly needs to have a little patch to address that bug on the Primal Beast. It will certainly be picked at TI, so hopefully the Dota 2 team can fix that up before we get to the main event. The next set of items, DY has the mana boots. It has something coming out to him right now. What is it? It's the headdress. So working into the mech himself, he wants to counter the heals that Chen is bringing to the table. PYW going for a Ring of Health, actually. Wants to have a hood. Let's have a Hood of Defiance. I guess casual hood against the Zeus is always valuable. Old 11 going for the Sanj and Kaya, so amping up the damage output, but also amping up his ability to survive with the status resistance and the additional strength. Paparazzi, BKB online, looking to go into the Shadow Blade and possibly the Silver Edge soon enough. And are they just taking this tower? I mean, Paparazzi has the Aegis on him, so they're not really scared. Glyph and counter Glyph comes out. The creeps will be kept alive. Jump in from TI11, dispose back. It's the Unleash plus the grab. Chalice, he just goes down. The Purification, the pure damage. It's a little too much. And this Tidehunter, the plan is that Tide can sit in a lane and sort of delay a push, but that certainly is not happening. He's just dying to this trample damage and the Purification. Looking for the Chen creeps as well. Can he grab them? Xnova, get the army out of there. Lao this whole time still just has the stats for himself, but it's an AC coming up soon, and the tier 2 towers are still falling. Old 11 getting rid of this creep army. He wants to kill them all, and I think he will get 3 of them. 3 out of 4, so that's pretty good. Somnus has shown, jumps up the high ground. Paparazzi, Shadow Blade complete, is on the hunt. A little heavenly jump. Heavenly jumps and heavenly graces this game. Let's see which one is greater. In the top lane, Xnova has been caught by Old 11, and he's just resigned. Just resigned to his fate there, Xnova. Didn't try and walk away. Just standing, holding his ground as he valiantly got punched. Got punched by a dino, by a beast. 3-man smoke from RNG. They might not expect it. Chen will have the Hand of God when he respawns in 10 seconds. So, Global Potential is online. Kaka has the blink. Ooh, we almost found Paparazzi. Aegis expiring. They know the timing. Paparazzi can die. He's still under 2,000 HP. That was very, very close. I think the Aegis would have expired as they killed him there. So, Paparazzi just knowing that maybe the smoke was coming out at the end of Aegis timing and walked away from that mid lane and survived to live another day. There's certainly no assistance around for him. POW completed. Hood has the Ring of Bassi and Ring of Basilis, and going in for the Vladimir's offering. So he will be the one who heads towards that Wraith pack. Interesting build for this 4 Marcy. Normally they're like a BKB. Just be able to get the Unleashed damage off, but wants to be the aura carrier for his team. Realizing that Primal Beast, he's not going auras, he is going items for himself. Aced on Lina. Lao. AC almost complete. The Blade of Dagger of Restil. We'll pop the smoke. The smoke on the high ground, but immediately got piped by Old 11 just charging in. He will get scouted out. Pops through Defiance and charges in with the onslaught, looking for a target. Trying to find Somnus. He's on top of him. The Pulverize will be ready. He'll grab him up and chuck him down. On the right-hand side of the field, the Kaka's going down as well. Old 11 will have to retreat. He's sort of alone. Grabs the Heavenly Grace as well. Chalice getting hit down by Paparazzi. Still holding on to the Ravage. Charge through. He will throw it out, catching onto 3. The Primal Beast will go down. UIW and Paparazzi holding off to the side of the fight. Not sure to get in yet. TP out. Or TP back, rather. Will allow, since he was up on the cliff. So, it's just a 1-for-1, but the Ravage was used. So, although it's a 1-for-1, Creep Army goes down, Ravage is used, Chen Ultimate is down as well. The side of XtremeGaming are much less limited by cooldowns. You know, the Spirit Bear, he doesn't really care. You know, he's got his true form up in 45. Guardian Angel was expended, but really Heavenly Grace and Purification are the main 2 spells, particularly against this lineup of RNG. TIW unleashed down, but still has the stun set up, plus the toss back into the dispose. But RNG, even without the ultis, they're looking to try and catch him out. No Thunder Guards, no Ravage, no Hand of God, no, not even a Morph. They want to try and fight. This is hard. RNG, are they feeling a little bit under pressure here? Can they try and catch DY? They will. Toss him back in. And this Omni Knight will go down at the start of the fight. XtremeGaming, not too concerned by that. Everyone's still farming. And RNG get a pos 5 out of their rotation, their smoke rotation. 5-man rotation, you get a pos 5. That's not really a feel-good moment for RNG. They wanted much more than that. They wanted to catch Selena, potentially the Lone Druid. And you get the Omni Knight. Omni Knight says, okay, sign me up. When's round 2? BKB now coming out in Old 11, so his damage will not be mitigated. It won't be stopped. Once he pops that BKB, he will be going all the way to whichever hero he needs to die. Roche will respawn in 2 minutes and 6 seconds, a pretty long respawn. Unfortunate for XtremeGaming, who are probably looking to grab that again with the bear. At least kill it with the bear and maybe grab it again on the Lena. Ghost, he's trying to catch up on the farm. He's caught up to the 3rd highest net worth, highest for his team. Manta is up and close to Skadi. He might be able to fight with the Skadi, but one sort of feels that he needs another item past that if he's to really make a go of this in a team fight. I think if the damage comes out from XtremeGaming onto the Morphling, he can't really stand his ground. Might need a BKB on top of the Skadi so he can go in, definitely get a kill, get a pick off. Wow, with the bear, taking a little bit of damage, but the additional movement speed will just get it out of there. Moving at 550 at the moment, so max movement speed. The fast bear. Roche still 1 minute and 13 away. XG, they are just livid that it hasn't spawned yet. They're just waiting. They throw out the scan, do catch on the high ground. They know someone's there. The ward vision is up, so counter vision will come out. Creep army will go in and get the D ward. On the top side, Old 11, he's looking to go in. As level 15, Beast dispels himself when activating Uproar, so actually going for the... And now he goes, he's charging. Catches 2, but decides not to. Blink in from Kaka. Symphony of skills right here at the moment. And RNG will just back away. Back away. And another smoke. They're going in, catching Chalice. Dispose back, follow-up stun. Kaka blinks in. And Chalice is able to get away, but the fear comes out of the Tiny. He will go down. Old 11 still trying to move through. Blink out from Chalice. Heavenly jumps from Somnus. They'll get a bit of space away, but the Chen army is the collateral. And they killed the Spirit Bear. And we'll get him out. If you can keep the Spirit Bear alive and you don't have to use the resummon, it really does make a big difference. Checking again for Roche. They're trying so hard. It has just respawned. And they go on Primal Beast yet again. Old 11 is on top of the Tidehunter, and with Marcy. Oh, Marcy. This is a 4 Marcy. The Unleash. Tidehunter never stood a chance. I mean, what? You have physical damage negation? You have a strong dispel? You wouldn't believe it. Roche is up, and Old 11's just clearing the mid-wave to make a little bit of space. With the bear working at it, and notice there still hasn't been a resummon on the bear. So, resummon is available. Aegis again to Paparazzi, and Shard will go over onto Lao. So, that Savage Roar applying Dispel. So, once again, protecting the bear. I find it hard to bring him down. Old 11, the trample cooldown is going to be 21 seconds for a long time since you didn't take the 5-second reduction on trample cooldown. But with that, it's going to be, you know, he's very tanky. 20% magic resistance during trample. Primal Beast dispels himself when activating Uproar, so he's gone for the 2 survivability talents, knowing that there's a lot of damage coming out from the side of RNG. Actually, in the triangle, gonna clean out the Ancients. RNG, they can't really have anything to say about being 15k net worth down. Sort of like, yeah, you want our Ancients. We haven't really invited you in, but sure, make yourselves at home. There's not much we can do. Top lane, the bear is just hitting the racks, and tower goes down. Right, Spirit Bear is in trouble. We'll actually make it out. Oh, that's huge. The bear makes it out with the help of the rebound, and will be TP'd home. Every time this bear makes it out, he doesn't have to use a resummon. It just means that they are very, very safe in the fights. Because if they commit all the damage, they probably can kill the bear. And if they know that there's no resummon and you can kill that bear, then the fight is yours. But if he gets out, heals up, He's back with his team in a moment. Here he is at home. Returned. Full health, like nothing ever happened. It's an AC with a BKB on this bear. Working into a basher. Oh. Anyone who gets caught by the Spirit Bear is going to be in struggle street. We've already seen that Tidehunter can't really deal with the damage coming out. Eknova doesn't have enough heals. It's only the level 1 Hand of God at the moment. And the top lane, they're coming in. Paparazzi just walking up to that high ground. Has the Aegis plus the Arcane Rune. And they're not mucking around. With the bear and the right clicks from the Lina. The Tessellator plus AC. The amount of minus armor is a little bit absurd. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, minus 11 armor on these towers. Chalice will try and blink in, get the damage reduction with the Anchor Smash. But even with the Anchor Smash reduction, you know, the Spirit Bear is doing too much damage. Okay, Avalanche once again just slow. Heavenly Grace plus the Purifications. Old 11, he's in. He's jumped on in. He's popped the BKB and he's actually on top of the Zeus. Can they save the Zeus in the fountain? The Pulverize is going on top. And the Zeus dies. Somnus, while the Rax is taken. The Primal Beast will end up falling for it, but I mean, the definition of space as now to the bottom lane, the last lane of Rax. There's no Zeus. Break comes out, but no follow-up. LSA, Somnus does buy back. Immediate jump in, catches two. There'll be a follow-up. Avalanche from Kaka. Paparazzi pops the BKB. Laguna, they actually get the kill on a Morphling. He's gone with no buyback, and now PYW, he's here with the Unleash. Unleashing his fury over onto Kaka. Will walk away into the trees. Somnus spamming out the spells onto DY. Paparazzi's been tossed back in. Another LSA onto the Tiny. Will he have the follow-up damage? PYW's there with the Dispose. Gives... Respawn. I don't know if they have enough to kill him twice. Jumping in, back over onto the Zeus. Paparazzi, he may have the damage for Tidehunter. Chalice is broken, but now the Lina is disarmed. DY is back into the fight with the Heavenly Grace and the Purification. Chalice trying to juke around the cheese, but there's a lone Druid Bear here as well. Somnus, you bought back for this. It'll be a dieback. It is GG. RNG call it, and game 1 go to XtremeGaming. Man, you banned the PYW Earth Spirit, but you didn't ban the Lao Bear, and Lone Druid just took him to Pound Town. RNG gonna have to try and come back in game 2.